What's up everybody, this is Missy from Lansing Hoops, and in this week of our Core Challenge series, I'm going to show you how to spiral the hoop up and down your body. It looks just like this. Okay, so in this week of our Core Series Challenge, we're going to cover spiraling the hoop up and down our bodies. Some of the techniques that we've covered in earlier weeks include waist hooping, chest hooping, shoulder hooping, neck hooping, even nose and crown hooping, or hooping on your head. This week, we're going to combine all of those together into spiraling the hoop up and down our bodies. If you haven't signed up for our Core Series Challenge, you can do that at lansinghoops.com/core challenge, and we'll get you set up with all of the videos that you've missed in this series already. What we're going to do is start with our hoop on our body. Now this week I'm using a nice, heavy, larger hoop because I'm talking to you while I'm doing this, which makes it a little bit harder. And also for demonstration purposes, my big hoop makes it easier for me so you can really see what's going on. So choose whatever size hoop works for you. If it's a big one, that's great. If it's a small one, that's fine too. It doesn't really matter. Remember, there is no right and wrong hoop. There's just the hoop that works for you. Okay, so we're going to put our hoop on our waist just like we're waist hooping. Remembering the 3 rows of hoop piece: P, pulse, E, take it easy, ACE, keep your abs and your core engaged, standing firm, wind up, give it a push, moving into waist hooping. Now, remember, the hoop moves where you move. So whatever you're doing with your body, the hoop is going to be doing that too. That means if you're pushing really hard and really fast, the hoop is going to be pushing hard and fast. If you're firm and gentle, the hoop will be firm and gentle. Now, because the hoop moves where you move, when you want to move the hoop up your body, you need to move from moving your belly button or your waist into moving your chest and your shoulders like we've done in the last couple weeks. So rather than pushing or following the first rule of hoop piece, the P, the pulse, by pushing in your belly, you'll start to push into your chest. So when you put the hoop on, winding up on your waist, when you're ready to move into your chest or to spiral the hoop up, I want you to focus on moving your chest rather than moving your belly button or your hips. And back into belly. Remember, when I start on my waist, as I'm pushing, and I want to bring the hoop up into my chest, rather than pushing with my belly or my hips, I move and make that exaggerated movement come into my chest rather than my belly. Third rule of hoop piece is to keep your abs and your core engaged. So make sure that you're standing up straight. And as you change the movement in your body from your hips to your shoulders, you're keeping everything stacked on top of one another so that we don't start to slouch or to bend really far backward or really far forward. Hoops on our bodies, wind up into waist hoop, and pushing into our chest now. Back down into our waist. And chest, and waist. Okay, so you may find that you have some trouble getting the hoop to move from about halfway up your torso to over your breasts or your breastplate. Now, a lot of people will think the size of their chest has something to do with how quickly or how easily they are able to move the hoop from their waist up into their chest or their shoulders. But I'm here to tell you that the size of your chest doesn't matter. I have taught people with very, very small chests how to shoulder hoop and waist hoop and how to spiral up and down. And I have taught people with rather large breasts how to spiral the hoop up and down. Without fail, every single person, regardless of size, has told me the reason that it's hard for them is because their chest is too small and they don't have anything to help hold it up, or because it's too big and it holds the hoop down. Either way, your chest does not have anything to do with whether or not you're able to waist hoop, because the hoop itself will be rounding above your breasts anyways, a little bit below your collarbone. So as you spiral up, there are a couple of tricks. Sometimes you can move faster with the hoop. When you move faster, it forces the hoop up to come up onto your chest. Other times you can add just a little bit of a dip as the hoop spirals, and that will pop it up over your breastplate. So with a wind up in waist hooping, we're spiraling it up and we get to this point of no return, like it's stuck. I'm just gonna move a little bit faster and dip. And now I dip up here and I move faster and dip. If we want to move on, we can use the concepts from last week where we learned to pull our arms in and out of the hoop to bring the hoop onto our neck or onto our head. It looks just like this. Waist, spiral up, dip, arms come in, and now we're on our head. Waist hoop, spiral up, arms come in, neck, head, or nose. And we can come back down, tilt up. Moving on our neck now. Arms will come above the hoop. 1 and 2, spiraling on our chest and moving into our waist. Remember, when spiraling the hoop up and down your body, the hoop moves where you move. So if you want the hoop to move on your hips, you have to move your hips. If you want the hoop to move on your shoulders, you have to be moving your shoulders. The 3 rules of hoop piece are P, pulse, move with purpose, only move where you want the hoop to be moving. E, take it easy. The hoop is like a part of your body, so whatever you're doing with your body, the hoop will be doing that too. And ACE, keep your abs and your core engaged, stack everything up, suck in your bottoms, suck in your tummies, and keep your shoulders over your hips, over your knees, everything straight from top to bottom. Wind up with your hoop on your body, on your waist, and push up higher, and wiggle into your waist. Okay, I hope you learned something about spiraling the hoop up and down your body in this lesson of our core series challenge. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below or sign up for the full challenge at lansinghoops.com/core challenge, and we'll send you all of the videos in this series as well as practice tips and drill ideas to get you started on your on-body core hooping journey. If you like this tutorial, make sure you subscribe to Lansing Hoops today. We'll see you next time.